Hello, yes. Please tell me you're making a video of some of the clips from your previous streams. Yes, so I need to probably start on one. I'm trying to do a video every, let me get that here. Hello. No, I'm trying to do a video every, 2 weeks? And there's no way I'm going to have an animation done for next week from this Friday, so it'll probably be throwing together a highlight. I already have one kind of started. But yeah, I put up quite a few already, but I do have plans for more. But a lot of what I'm doing is catch up right now, because I'm way behind on stream highlight stuff. So I think I'm still like, what was the last one? The middle of 2019 or something? I can't even remember. Yeah, I think it was fall of 2019 I'm up through. So I still have to get all the way through the end of 2019 and 2020 before we get to the current stuff. But getting there slowly. Anyways, let me swap to this here. And now I have somebody that's going to eventually be taking over that work. He's doing something else right now for me, and I think we're getting into a groove, and then hopefully he'll be making those for me. Because they take about 4 to 5 evenings total. Hello.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm forgetting something else.
Well, no, you broke your normal, so I'm like, now I'm unsure as to like why you had to go all the way upstairs immediately after walking in.
I was using the restroom.
Oh.
Now you know.
You had to poop.
No. Unless that was the quickest poop ever. Then you never know. Hey guys, poop.
You guys poop.
We talk about poop sometimes.
With chat or with me?
Yes.
Sometimes it's not even with people. So today I didn't even advertise this one on YouTube because I was trying to think of something really, really short to potentially just start making, something that can be made in a day or two. I wasn't able to find anything that didn't just give me ideas for longer things. So I kind of passed on that. So I'm going to see if I can instead finish this up because I kind of just took a break this weekend. But this Friday I want to try to do another one of those build your own story ones where chat directs the video and then see how that goes again. And then the Tuesday after that, start something maybe longer. I don't know. Still working on figuring that out. Anyway, with this though, I think we are. Okay, so I thought it was going to be glitchy. Hello, Hummusta, and hello, Blurred. Chat earlier. I'm here for a short while. There's a lot of people here for a short while. They got to do homework. Do you have homework too? Everybody's got homework. Hello, Pat.
You spent the whole day doing homework.
I was doing work homework. I guess it was work at home, so it's homework.
Mm-hmm. I go out there every day in the freezing cold on the horrible, horrible roads that are covered in black ice, and I think I passed 3 wrecks on the way to work today. And then I come back here and it's just like the scent of food and warmth and occasionally scented candles. Yay, dirty.
Thanks, Edward. Alright, see you later.
I feel like I get the raw end of the deal.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I have every now and then I have to like lift one of the shades to look outside, and that's cold. The cold comes in.
Yeah. You're like, brr, and then you put on like slippers and a blanket.
I always have a slipper on, and I have my blankie. Mm-hmm. Does your boss say you can't have a blankie?
He didn't say I couldn't have a blankie, but I feel like it would be frowned upon.
Why would it be frowned upon?
To have a blanket at work.
Why would it? I mean, for ESD reasons, yes. Maybe, but
and it's freaking dry.
Yeah.
ESD is actually.
You don't have a humidifier there?
I talked to my boss about it.
That would be like something I think would be a necessity in your work.
I think so too, and I brought it up with him, but he just kind of shrugged.
I guess nothing's blown up yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, it does.
Don't forget it. Now I didn't forget to pay the stream lead taxes. Streamly taxes. What's the Streamly
Twitch
taxes?
tax.
The Twitch tax? Is that the 100 points? What? Like, it's free. I should play the music. I was like, wait, it's kind of quiet. It's 100 coffees. Okay. I was watching one stream that somebody had earlier, and they had hydrate as being 35,000 points.
So they just died from thirst.
It was, I guess, according to that person, that the market's just broken in for them on that server, and so it's just they just mark things at weird prices.
Just imagine this whole scenario where this person's like, "Please, someone."
I'm so thirsty.
Get 35 points. We're drying. And he's dying at his computer because he can't hydrate until they earn enough points.
Yeah, that sounds like somebody that like when they put people on television and they're like, oh, these children their lives would be saved for only $19.95 a month.
Wasn't that essentially what they were going to do with that reality TV show on Mars? Where they were going to depend on, like, the money the show made to keep those people fed? Like,
Is a real show?
That was like a plan that was proposed in, like,
I don't think
or something.
I don't think that could ever pass through because there's some human rights violations. But I mean, is there laws on Mars?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I know, but if the people that are enforcing it are on Earth.
Enforcing it what? As far
Well,
as
the money there, how would money help them survive?
They would basically be sending them supplies with the money.
Yeah, which means that you would be violating human rights on Earth soil. Yes.
Well, they'd be being
Spider.
violated
Bernie.
on Mars. The only thing the people on Earth would be doing was, like, keeping them alive through, like, revenue from survivor funds.
So it would.
Legit survivor.
So it'd be like America's Got Talent type thing.
Vote now for who eats this week.
But it would take you like a year to send supplies.
Mm-hmm.
That's a work. That's like you're kickstarting the food. Like you'll see your results in a year. Just send them potatoes.
And Matt Damon to teach them.
Okay, I'm back from eating my snack. Ooh, snacks are good. Could this be a nice blank reacts video when this SFM is done? Well, this one probably not. I actually like the reactor community, at least for the pony content stuff, used to be super, super robust. Like anytime I put something out, I get a whole bunch of reactors on stuff. Don't think I've had a reaction on a video for 2 years, maybe.
Well, sounds like I have work to do. I need to react to one of your videos.
I've noticed a lot of them have changed directions to do more official content and less fan content. But I just thought that was weird. And not to say that I'm actually digging around for it. I just tend to, like the little end thing of a YouTube string. I'll just copy paste that into YouTube and search the end of the string, and it will find any videos that somebody has linked that video in. So normally a reactor would link a video, and so if one does pop up, that's the best way to find it, because even a title isn't that great because you're going to find misspellings. So I tend to do that as a way to find it, and I haven't found any in a while. I don't know if like that community's kind of like reduced its content or changed its direction. I am not sure.
Big names are still doing reacts,
but I don't know because
Blank's react is one of the bigger ones.
Yeah,
like he was referring to it. He's still doing it.
Yeah, unless there's just a backlog of stuff. But no, like I said, it used to be like I'd put out a video and a lot of the reactors would pick it up within like a day or two. Haven't had a single reaction for 2 years.
Like,
so
a lot of the reactors, like, even though G4's been done for a bit now, there's still a lot of official content coming out. And I know I saw, is it Silverstream, the guy with the griffin? He was basically just doing
Silver Quill,
that's what it was.
Silverstream.
That's
the
hippogriff from the show.
Yeah, well, I guess they're not very different, but
they're both bird monsters.
Bird monsters.
He's essentially just doing what he did with the episodes, but he's just now doing it with the comics. So there's a ton of content there.
Yeah.
And of course, Pony Life came out, there's all the stuff to react to for the Pinkie Pie specials, the 3D things. There's a bunch of those now.
But see, that's what I'm seeing is I'm seeing them. They've like a lot of reactors I saw that would normally do a lot of like community and official stuff. That most or a lot of them just started doing only official stuff, which is I don't know if they started running into issues with people saying like "do not steal" type stuff, but that's not what those are at all.
Yeah.
If anything, they help out. So
a lot of them were having to do with that and just got tired with it with some content creators.
I don't know. I don't see. There's some people that are just sticklers about like this is my content and stay away from it. There's a couple that even for the top 10 videos that have stated that they don't want their content in the top 10s at all. I can understand if it is showing the entire video. Okay, I can understand like that's your choice. But there's some that like no matter the length, they don't want a single bit of it. I think Jay on one, somebody won with that, and so they just put like a blank page that says he got this number. I can't show it. And that was it.
Yeah, I remember Jay telling me about that. But yeah, I think I saw even Dr. Wolf just basically some new information recently came out about G5. I don't know anything about it, but he was just talking about that. So they're still all doing pony content. They're just focusing on official stuff, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the fan stuff wasn't popular enough for them or something. It's kind of sad because I did enjoy watching that. It was like having the ability to watch people enjoy your stuff live.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if some of them are just afraid of the creators giving them a hard time for showing their stuff without permission, and then they don't want to have to actually
technically
ask permission because this could be a hassle sometimes.
But technically, they don't have to ask permission. Mm-hmm. If it's utilized for the correct use of fair use, which some reactors do not do, but if they do, which is for not commentary, critiquing and there's specific wording for it. As long as you actually fall within that margin, you do not need to ask permission because you have fair use access to it then.
Excuse me. Do you have like a little thing at the end of all your videos, like a little like disclaimer underneath the descriptions or something? Maybe you should like just put that in there. Be like,
nobody reads the descriptions.
Yeah, but somebody who wants to do a react. But
the thing is then it's like it's basically reiterating the rules that are already out there, and that also like I don't like crap like that because then people are going to interpret it in other ways and they're going to abuse it. So there's no. Can we see one of Rathlos play the piano? That would take a while, like a long while. Piano is a hard thing. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be obviously hitting all the keys, but that would probably take me like an hour to try to get something even decent set up. So probably not.
You should have asked for the bass guitar.
Oh yeah, that's way easier. Arms flailing. That's a little easier. I already actually kind of did that. Like I wouldn't call it flailing, but I went and redid that one meme. I think I put it under pictures. Yeah, I did this one like a while back. He's flailing.
Imagine a piano hovering above him. He's playing it.
Sky pianos, yes. It's kind of slow, but
it's happening.
You remember that meme?
It's happening meme?
Mm-hmm.
I am horrible with memes. I think I remember.
This is your generation.
I never memed. I hate this.
Yeah.
I bought a fidget spinner once. I wasn't.
See, it was
like 2 years after it was already over, and there were discounts.
It's this one. I think that was Ross Perot. I can't remember. No, Paul Doompal.
Ron Paul.
Oh, Ron Paul. There. Yeah, it was that one, and so I just made it like this. Some went forward and backwards. This one's only going forward. But getting that fade effect was actually really hard. I had to decrease the shutter speed or increase the shutter speed on this to leave it so that his motion actually would cause a ghosting effect behind him, and it ended up working. No, I wouldn't be able to do the piano thing. That's a ton of work. to try to get done. Rathalos is a good dragon. Yes, Rathalos is a good dragon. I think. Let's see, that should be pretty good lighting there. I really want some extra rim on the sides there, but that's that one. I need this one. So this is going to be front. Maybe this one said from the side needs to come from the front. This map is really bad though because there's something in like this house right here that is horribly inefficient, and just looking that direction causes my frame rate to tank. So maybe if I go like this should help fix my frames if I get it out of the air. No, I can't see it now. Oh, there, it's right at the edge there. I don't know, somewhere around here. It's really annoying. Don't like just top like rim lights though. Like you can see, like, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I prefer from the side. The problem is they're pink run right here is just gonna be so much brighter than the others. Oops. This is so. It's only when I'm moving this light. Is it, or is it anytime I'm looking in this direction? Anytime. I hate this map. And it's something with the lighting, because if I turn the lights off, well, I don't know. Wait, we're running at 21, 26. I don't know. Now I'm in the 60s, the 20s. It just doesn't know what to do. I'm thinking it's still running like crap this direction. It's just without the lights on, it's doable.
It crashes when you look at the cabin with the lights on. That normally doesn't it?
No, it doesn't crash. It runs like this.
Oof. I think it's the trees.
No. If it was the trees, they're all the same tree. So there's no way it's the trees.
Every tree is different.
No, every tree is the same.
Nature.
Like no, you could even kind of see like this one and this one and this one. They're all the same 3 trees.
They're all unique
No,
trees.
They're just resized versions.
It's beautiful.
Maybe if I decrease this brightness, I'm wondering, being that this is the closest one over here, I almost want to swap these two.
Next thing he's going to tell me is one of those dragons is just a recolor of the other one. It's crazy.
These two?
They're unique individuals.
No, like literally I can just go in here and be like, boom.
No.
Boom.
No. What have you done? Madness.
It's magic. And actually, you want to be really confused? This might crash the game. It did not. Good.
It's found a both green. Which one's which?
Where does it change? It changes at max value. Okay, so we'll do that. And then we'll do...
That's a lot of work to go full circle.
Okay, there we go.
Oh.
Our dumpster has arrived.
Oh no. That's upsetting.
Our dumpster
Also,
has
see
arrived.
I just jittered her skin.
Yes.
Well, it's even worse if you do that in a pony.
Oh no.
Because their eye is a skin, so you can do it between 3 different sizes. That one's harder to jitter though because the values are set at like the mid and the max. But yeah, you can technically do that too. Inside the dumpster is a tiny dump. Is it? Actually, I don't know. I don't want that skin thing on there though. Go away. There we go.
I feel like when you turn Rathlow's
No
blue,
dumpster.
he just becomes Bahamut after he's been like
Bahamut.
in the Bahamut.
I don't know. There's been like multiple different. I would say Bahamut.
Okay, well he's Bahamut after he's like gotten old and like skinny.
He's Rathalos.
And I feel like Rathlow's like in Dragon years is just a grouchy like man in his like 68 or something. He's just old and cantankerous.
Did you forget to turn me on?
I thought I had you on, then I turned it off because I needed to do a noise test, and I forgot to turn it back on again.
It happens. I'm old and cantankerous now as well.
No, because I looked over and I'm like, Michael is...
Very quiet.
Yeah, actually I think we're just loud in general. But anyway, no, I haven't used Blue Rathalos yet because I want to find a specific time to utilize him, and I want to have him be a different character.
I don't know that you could ever use him and have it not be really weird.
But that's why it would have to be like either he himself is changing color based on something he is talking about or doing, or that he is legitimately somebody else. Because I made mention on Twitter that we don't like about the blue one being like his uncle or something. I can't remember the details on it.
Our dumpster has arrived. Our dumpster has...
Okay, where is the focus on this? Is there no focus? Oh no, I had changed it because they got smaller. Aha. Okay, so that's a little better. Okay. I forgot about that. I need to go through these, and because we shrunk everything down, and in doing so, it kind of, I guess you could say, dissolved the camera positioning as it was. So I need to figure out a good value on these that's not gonna like make all these out of focus.
People on the stream can't see it, but I see your makeshift fireplace insert over there with that tiny fan.
Only when the fireplace is running. I don't turn it on otherwise. I had it on yesterday because it was colder, but today it wasn't too bad.
Today is freezing. I am cold right now.
Well, don't be.
It's like 2 outside right now.
Yeah.
That's cold.
In here, it's about over here. It's like 68, maybe.
It doesn't feel 68.
It doesn't feel like because it's dry.
I don't think it's that dry.
Right now, the temperature over there says 72. It is 72 over there. It just doesn't feel like it because, well, for one, you're wimp. And,
oh wow!
And
now I have to go over there and confirm.
Yeah, go over there. Go like and you can check the temperature on the wall that you put there.
That thing's broken.
No, that thing works.
Broken.
It says 72, doesn't it?
Broken.
It says 72, right?
It says broken.
It says 72.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's 72 degrees.
It's broken.
You can be all wimpy if you want.
Let's go, girls.
Probably a little bit more average on that one.
Need a blankie.
You can go and get your blankie. Or, a sweatshirt.
Not wear a t-shirt all day when it's like 2 degrees outside.
I know, you complain about it being cold out, and then you wear like a short sleeve shirt that has holes in it.
It doesn't have any holes in it.
Not that one.
I mean, I do have shirts with holes in them, but...
You have a shirt, or...
I have a couple shirts with holes.
Maybe you only own a couple shirts.
That's why I had to buy a couple more shirts.
Oh, some people were mentioning there was a couple things they wanted to see on stream, like examples of stuff. And I'd mentioned to remind me if they popped up. So let me know if any of you pop up. Though, I mean, if you haven't popped up yet, you're probably not going to hear that message.
What would this video look like, but with ponies? That's a good example.
We did that last time.
Yes, it was a great improvement. It was also terrifying.
Yes, it was quite terrifying. His eyes need to go a little lower. Why is, like, this eye seems higher than this one? Yeah. Going down a little bit. It's bugging me. And I think this eye needs to be turned in a little bit.
Our dumpster has arrived.
Does that lighting work?
I think it's nice to have like the abysmal gray skies and stuff right before you have like rainbows and sparkles.
Well, no, actually, you know what? Now that it reminds me, that's forest dim. I'm gonna try forest daytime.
Speaking of rainbows, there's been a rainbow every day for the last 3 days outside because of all the ice crystals in the sky. Yay, rainbows.
Look at him. He's
Soon upside down. Soon he will have all the burritos.
Our dumpster has arrived.
Yeah, I kind of like the day shot more, just because it feels more day.
Okay, that's an accurate statement.
But probably means I gotta dumb down some of these. So that one, actually, if I do that, that one keeps. This one. Okay, so these are kept, but I'm gonna drop on that. I'm gonna make it a little bit more yellow. Yeah, we'll do that.
I know I'm never right when I say this, but the video does look about done. Not right.
In what world is this done?
No.
Our dumpster.
Oh,
I mean,
Jules.
they're talking, they're doing their thing.
No, okay, so they're just,
He's dancing. Look at him dance. That's the whole video right there.
they're coming in. I need to, so now that I did the light thing, I can change this. Now I got to go to this shot with these lights. And how you doing, Jules? You having a good, what is this, Tuesday, right? Yeah, you having a good Tuesday? Did they move? They did. Okay, yeah, those lights don't work there. Okay, wonderful. Alright, these were like a side light or something. I'm doing all right.
All right.
You should be doing wonderful.
I'm doing marginally good.
I'm breathing.
Yay. I got out of bed this morning. The bare minimum.
Got some work stuff. Paid work stuff. That's the best work stuff.
Something to be said for passion projects.
Oh, paid as in like work.
Fulfillment. Everyone should work at Amazon for the fulfillment center.
No. Amazon is not a good, like, lifelong plan for working. I know somebody that does work at Amazon and works in, I think, the warehouse.
Is he fulfilled? Is she fulfilled?
She complained a lot. I don't know, though I haven't talked to her for like a year and a half now.
I hear nothing but horrible.
I get paid to do stuff. Yeah.
I did stuff once. It was awful.
Yeah, but you keep doing stuff.
I have to eat. It's unfortunate, but...
Alright, I'm gonna see if... Because, see, this is one thing that I don't like about using lit maps. Right here.
The feet?
No. What would that affect the lit map?
I don't know, but you looking at the feet.
No.
The dragon feet.
It's a big, brightly lit map, and this is what it looks like. What's off?
I don't know. It's a brightly lit map. The grass is green?
There's no shadow.
Oh.
A big giant object covering up the ground should darken the ground, correct?
I'm sorry, but my brain just pretty much went to Dragon Feet would be a really weird ripoff of Dragon Tails. It's like,
So you just went on like an ADHD
yes.
random direction.
My brain went like, what's the song for Dragon Tails? Like, Dragon Tails, Dragon Tails. But I was like, Dragon Feet can't be beat on the street with Dragon Feet. It's the new theme song for the show I'm making.
Your brain is just...
Are
why do you just not smile all the time? Because like
I do.
You are oblivious to the world.
You see me over just giggling about random things all the time, and you're asking this now. You're gonna help me make this show, by the way.
No, I'm not gonna
Call
make
it
the
Dragon
Dragon
Feet.
Feet show. Oh, Sunset, how's it going? We're just doing some low-key stuff. I'm planning... I need to look up some more information. I actually spent like a good amount of time before stream like digging through some other audio files I have to see if I can find some decent one to make some video for. I almost came up with one, but I wanted something I could do like in a day or two, and yeah, I didn't find that. I found something else that kind of worked. That would be like a changeling type thing, but I ended up... It would take too long to go about with doing, so I passed on it for now. And I dug through workshops, see if there's some new models to work with. I kind of want to do some kind of a Final Fantasy something or other, but I need to figure out what I need to do on that first. But I kind of took this weekend off to not do anything after working almost nonstop through the week to get the video done. So I didn't get prepped enough in time for other things.
Monty Python's pretty much out of the question. I wanted him to do a Monty Python skit before, but it didn't happen.
I don't know, it's Dragonfoot do the Monty Python intro, but with Ian Rattler's foot. I forgot that Monty Python would do those references.
Yeah.
If I learned one off today when I was working, but lucky me, it was just a drill. Is that sarcasm? Like I didn't get to go home early.
A drill smashed through the building, setting off the alarms. It was horrible.
All right, so we're gonna make some artificial shadows. This might be difficult because it's not an even surface.
Just create a big round blob and just stick it under the dragon. That's what I would do.
Brown blob?
A big round blob
Of what?
of shadow.
Okay, Michael, grab your shadow.
I can't.
And then how am I supposed to?
Well, you need a thimble. I think.
Thimble? Wait, okay, this isn't Peter Pan.
You gotta sew it on. Do we have a needle?
I knew
and
you were
thread?
going. You're quiet now.
You just need to learn to sew.
Apparently, I do not understand science.
Shadow science.
Shadow. That sounds like some 1800s witch doctor crap. I am a shadow scientist.
Yes.
No, actually, I ended up using this same technique on...
Can't you just say it's noon? Then you don't have to worry about shadow.
No, at noon, the light's coming from straight above.
Your shadow is gone.
How big are they? If the light was coming straight from above...
Look, they're on a planet with two suns. coming from and the light's coming from two different directions. One's at high noon, one's kind of off to the side. You're covered, no shadow. This is taking place on
The world you live in is so
on
simple.
Tatooine, but it has a forest here.
This whole video is going to require like 20 minutes of exposition. like chapter 1
Yes,
for the second 8 wait,
you have to explain
like
the lack of
13-second
shadows.
video. Needle and thread with dark matter. The grass is luminous. No, that's the one thing that always was difficult. Like, that's what I mentioned here, is when you're working in a map that has pre-lit areas. This is actually one of the reasons I like working in night shots, because night shots, normally they're always dark completely, and you have full control of the lighting. In these type of shots, I don't. Could I make it a daytime thing? Yeah, I can actually. I have a script that I can run on any map, and it will remove all the lights from it. I could do that on this, and then I have full control of the light. But one of the benefits of having a map pre-lit is that it is already lit. But in this case, and sometimes with the ponies, I can get away with certain things, or if the character's small enough, whatever. For this, not really. It just seems off. So you kind of do the cartoony type of shadow, where you do like this.
The darkness. It seems almost. It feels like there's like an oil spill underneath the dragon.
I know, I'm doing it much, much darker right now so that I can figure out where everything is. But I mean, this is kind of cool, some of the effects you can get on it. Mm-hmm. The mix of negative and positive lights can add some really cartoony effects, which is pretty cool. So, I have to put this at the right angle so that I need to hide the dumpster. I need to put this at the right angle to try to maximize its positioning and minimizing the which I don't think I'm going to have to. Is it this?
Yes, more Monster Hunter.
Heck yeah, more Monster Hunter. I felt like most people don't want to see Monster Hunter stuff compared to pony stuff.
No,
So
I totally want to see Rakalos and his dragon friends. Yeah, my favorite. It's my favorite too, guys. That's the name. It's right, and friends, because I don't remember the other two.
But I want to get this one done. But it's also because I didn't know what else to 100% do today. That would be something that would be done in like a stream. So, thanks for the follow, Pizza Sauce. We just had pizza, actually. Because I want to our next stream is going to be the not request stream, but like the let's make a story stream. And I didn't want to get be stuck with trying to set something up here. So this is where it's going to get tough, because this is a angled surface. It's no, this one I should be able to hit at just at this angle. Why can't I?
So have you considered maybe like diving into the Thomas the Tank Engine fandom? And like just doing Thomas the Tank Engine videos for the next 5 years?
I thought about it, but then I had respect for myself.
Dun 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 dun.
I don't think.
Dun 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 dun.
No. You be quiet now. Okay, so I can see here that what angle I'm at. I have a feeling that I need to get at an angle that I am unable to reach by myself. So you can only turn, if you are a light, you can only turn it at most 90 or 89 degrees downwards. You cannot get to the 90th degree. In this case, I'm going to probably have to manually do this to try to get it so that basically if I lift it up and down, just like that. Okay.
How are you making that shadow? I don't see an object
Well,
there.
see, I grabbed a pin And
And you sewed it on.
Yes.
To the dragon.
yes, see, I did your
Very
strategy.
clever.
No, I was talking about this, but then you went off in your weird Peter Pan bullshit. So, so you missed out on the whole explanation I was going to give.
No, I accept the explanation you gave with the thread and the needle. I believe
those
this is how it was done.
those little white spots are going to cause some issues.
It is weird. It does kind of look like something was spilled beneath the dragon as opposed to there being a
So
shell.
for right now, the lights are always defaulted to be slightly yellow, and when you go negative, it's going to invert the color too, so it goes blue. So I have to actually invert that color.
People don't like Rathlos. That's
Rathlos, you just spike. How not get hunted? People don't like Rathlos. No, it's not that people don't like Rathlos. It's just that if I were to pick what most people that would come to the streams are here for, it's not Rathlos stuff. But I expect that to be the case. That I will have less people show up on something that says Monster Hunter compared to Pony, and that is fine because I want to expand and do other things anyway, so that is a normal thing. And if all I did was chase what the current audience wants, I would never grow an audience. So
There you go. I think this is good. I believe in this.
I guess I'm going to start with Rathlos Hunting Adventures. I thought everyone was here to see Michael. Actually, it kind of feels like that sometimes. Because like when
We're
I'm
all
like
saving up points.
Yeah, when I'm like, okay, everybody, you're allowed to save up some points for Michael to take over the stream, and then all stupid faces completely stopped.
We have to save up points so Mike can take over.
There was that in voice impressions, like there was a complete shutdown at the point that the Michael takeover popped in, where everybody was
That's
like,
all they wanted.
well, I'm not doing that anymore.
And they're just like, grumble. The heck, guys? I've only been doing this for years, love. But derpies.
See, this is
The
still
power of derpy.
It's still doing that there, and I really can't do much about that. If I want to have the shadows, because what's the most I can get to before it becomes too dark in that spot? I'd say right about there.
You know, you did say, like, that looks good. That actually, like, it looks like a very
Every time
light
you see
shadow.
that's good, then I'm like, I didn't do it right.
No, why are you so spiteful?
No, it's.
It doesn't have to be a super dark shadow.
Well, I think what I want to do here is, I'm near edge. I'm going to increase this a little bit. I want to have this shadow extend a little bit because even the legs themselves are too bright.
You're almost at 35k, huh?
I'm getting back up there, almost 35k. You already used it once.
How are you getting so many points?
Nightmation almost has one because he's level 3 sub, so he gets like double points. And when you sub, you get like a big bonus too. And if you're at every stream, you get other bonuses that add up after that. So he's probably just been getting like a couple thousand per stream easy. Yeah, Knight's almost at. Well, yeah, I think some of you took advantage of the breaking of the market that we had. Okay. Oh, see, now my problem is it's trying to adjust what. So I'm going up and down right now. I have to actually turn this back. That was weird. All right, can we do the same thing with Rathian here? Now that I know I can't really go all that dark, I don't have to go like ultra specific with some of this.
There you go. There's a stupid face.
Misty Pine got one. All right. I think I have another one of these shadows I'm going to add here, but we'll do this first.
You should have.
No.
You should
If
do.
your next sentence involves derpy.
No, of course not. But now that you mention it, derpy would be cool. You should just like. Have Rathalos eating the face of one of the other dragons.
You only want me to do that because then you could call it kissing.
No, I just want them like
You want
his
vor.
jaw to unhinge and just
So you
bite
want
the
vor.
head. No, don't eat the dragon. Just like bite the dragon.
No, it may not actually seem like it, but I do have standards. We're not doing just like when they had the request stream way back.
Standards.
We're not doing vor.
Why did people have to make like people eating each other is hilarious, and yet here we are. Like that's why
It's called a fetish, Michael.
no. Like Logan's Run wasn't a fetish movie, was it? Like Soylent Green.
I don't know.
It's like 1970s.
See,
I'm asking a serious question.
The fact that you immediately just know like references to like
Everyone
cannibalism.
knows Soylent Green. Like there isn't a person. I've never seen the movie in its entirety, but I'm aware what Soylent Green is, and it's delicious.
No, Michael. Okay, we're gonna do this one. This one.
No, Dragon Feet is a great show.
He's gonna be a person. Actually, we're gonna do. So this one's gonna go like to here. I say it here, and then this one goes to. Oh, that's the other one. This one goes to here. Oh, okay. Wait, we gotta do that one to here.
What is happening to this poor lizard?
He is.
He's very tall now. Oh no, but he's got a short neck. Nope, that's not okay. He looks like he's about ready to invite me to a D&D game or something. Like, hey, you want to come to my
how does-
D&D game?
He'd be like,
It's like,
hey, bro.
yes. Like a Rathalos cosplay. You're gonna give him hands? Dragons shouldn't have hands. That makes them too powerful.
We can do like we did before.
Aw. It's all pony.
Actually, this one, does
very
this have bones? It does. Okay, that's perfect.
Very messed up Rainbow Dash for like a second there.
There's a lot of those.
You just tortured Rainbow Dashes. Rathalos' noir. It's like the hands that were meant for Edward Scissorhands, but they're just giving them to a dragon because why not? I gotta watch that movie again. The Yari hands.
All your base are belong to Rathalos. Yar. No, I needed to find where's like is it neck 1? No. So I think it is chest 2 is the closest I have for connection to that. So we'll do that one.
That sounds delicious.
Chest
Sunset. No, Soylent Green tastes like Long John Silver's chicken fried in fish oil. I like Long John Silver's chicken, so like Long John Silver's is awesome. So it just is.
Where's Coffee's all gone? It was all because of me. I was the one who spent 6,000 and then broke it. Wait, where's okay? So this is 0, and then scale. Okay, that is not where hands come from, Rathalos.
He doesn't know. He has never had hands.
Oh, I can't do clavicle apparently. That'll work.
I just kind of like the one hand just growing at the side of his face.
It's because I need to rotate it to its matching orientation and its correct height placement.
This is going to be one of the new classes in the new Elder Scrolls game. I am Dragonborn. It's like I'm dragon on my father's side. That's how Dragonborn are made now. Skyrim's weird, or Elder Scrolls is a weird game.
So got that there, and then okay. So.
Raw. This is the true Dragonborn.
He's
Looks like he's like practicing to dance. Like, do the cha-cha with me.
he could do the cha-cha. Hold on.
Do the cha-cha?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. So he's cha-cha-cha. Like,
That was pretty cha-chis.
yes, there he goes. He goes cha-cha-cha.
Cha-cha-cha. Whoa. That's a new dance. I'm gonna do that dance. It's like, I don't know where the cameras.
No, he's he does
Do the Rathalos.
he does he goes and does
It's like, give me all of your
no,
money.
he's like do.
This one lifts. It's like,
Dude, wait.
it should just be like he just rips off the Mario dance. It's like, do the Rathalos, take one step from side to side.
He's wait. Okay, I have one more thing to do with him, and then I'm good. Hold on.
I just realized
You
those
do
are
this.
Francis's arms.
Yeah, and he's like, ladies. He's like, these hips don't lie.
Oh no! You need to save this and just like have it because it's amazing. Oh no! I hope it was worth it. Stream.
See, he's like, hey ladies,
He's so short.
and then he's
Tubby.
where's where's the other bone? There it is. There, and then he's like, oh, whoa.
Oh no!
And then he puffs out his chest in aggression, sign of aggression.
He's like 90% arm at this point.
Look at the little wigs.
He's like all
Little
arms.
Our dumpster has arrived.
Go back. Okay, there you go. Okay, there he comes. Here he comes.
Our dumpster has arrived.
He's the ladies are like, you kind of smell, and he's like, what you talking about?
He does look like someone who would smell. Did you just like say, "Hey Macarena"? You're old.
I was doing the Macarena.
That was the Macarena.
I said da 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 da.
I haven't done that since middle school. How am I supposed to?
Is the
remember
Macarena too new age for you? Do you want me to start doing some Frank Sinatra? Or maybe some
olden
Beethoven?
days. It's like the olden days.
Or was your old music where you just take a rock and you bang it on another rock?
Anything goes. Well, yeah. That's the best music. It's called rock. And sometimes you roll around on the floor while you beat the rocks together.
Look at him, he's
Called rock and roll.
shaking the pecs. Okay, I don't even know how far I have to go back to fix this.
A lot, I imagine. It's just
Without
that
going
way
too
forever
far
now.
back.
Oh, the dumpster. Oh, there it is. Where's the shadow you made?
I have the lights off.
Oh.
It makes it so that glitch doesn't happen.
Our dumpster has arrived.
All right. Root skill is fine. Okay, I think I ended everything. If not, oh well. Hello, Sapphire. Oh, I'm doing well. How are you doing? Well, you said good, so I'll take good.
Good is good.
Has arrived.
Yeah, we need the dumpster on this again. Okay. Yeah. So if I turn the lights on, this is what it should look like. So it still shows the feet a little bit. Yeah, like there you can just see it's like dark, but I think what I need to do on this is less.
It has less of an effect on the ground than it does on our legs. That's the weird thing.
Well, that's easy. This has all the light hitting it from the map and has a brighter overall light. This has a less of such. This also probably doesn't have as strong of a bump map. This one has a bump map and an environment map on all these other things that are pulling light from other sources that are going to ignore or not take in any light from the direct light source that is the negative light.
That causes complications.
Yes, it does. That's why some of those, like you see how like adds in kind of like that. Oh, what would you call it? Like a saran wrap effect.
These dragons always look like they're wet. Yeah.
Because they are.
It's sticky.
What? They're full of scales and stuff. What do you think that like they're when you pet them they're like dry? They're living creatures.
It would be cooler if they were like fuzzy. Like fuzzy,
and they had
fuzzy
four
dragons.
legs and they were horses and gray.
I mean, we didn't have to go that far, but it did get better with the more like. I want fuzzy dragons, like just fur-covered dragons. Is that asking so much?
There are some.
What are they?
Topakadachi has some.
Topakadachi?
Yeah.
He's got like a little hair. Like Rathian has a little hair.
Topakadachi doesn't have much hair.
Topakadachi. I'm trying to remember what Topakadachi looks like. I like that one mouse thing. The flying mouse thing.
Like here, like look, what is this?
It looks unfortunate.
What is
Like,
this?
What about that mouse monster? What was that one called? That one was fluffy.
Look at this one.
No.
It's got a little fluff.
He's like kind of got a swirl thing going on, but he still looks kind of wet and scaly.
There's the big poofy one that makes
I
the
like
big...
that one. The one that's like a mouse, a flying mouse, poofy mouse. I can't remember.
I
the name
forgot
of it.
forgot the name of that one.
But that one's kind of cute. It's not a balloon.
That
Yes,
is Palamu.
that one's actually
They're very
kind of cute. That's very fluff. I like that. The wings, I could, if they
Yes,
were
'cause
feather
that's
wings, they'd be
cute.
better. No, look at the other one. The other ones are cool.
This
Look,
one?
Yes, that one's kind of cute.
What about this one?
That's less cute.
Or that one?
No,
Why the?
like
What that one?
that's kind of cute. Yeah.
Well, this one he's sad.
Oh,
He drunk.
poor poofball.
I never knew what barbecue ponies could be. What?
Barbecue ponies?
You made this happen, Michael. We must now burn the pawns.
No. Why would
All
you
of
do
them.
This? No.
Chat demands blood.
It sounds delicious, but no. Barbecue pony.
Yeah, see, like even here, I'm shining the light right at it, but it's weird on how it actually takes in the light. So I'm trying to see here if I can decrease the light that's hitting the bottom of the foot as well. Actually might work out.
I feel like I need to move my chair.
Oh,
Not really in the shot so much.
you just sat wherever I put it. Next time I put the chair over there, and you're just gonna sit down and be like, "Huh? Oh,
Huh.
okay.
Okay, I will be here now.
This is me now."
Pick a sire best. You get a side of wings with your hamburger. No, I thought you were gonna be like, pick a sire best because they're so cute, and then you're just like, because they're the most delicious with hamburgers. No, you're all awful.
You being biased?
Oh, as to which pony is the most delicious?
What if they want to be delicious?
I think everybody wants to be delicious, but they just don't want anybody to eat them. Like, you want to know...
Yes, they go to Tinder, not tender.
Yes. Like, I want to believe that if, like, some giant monster were to appear and eat me, I would be just absolutely scrumdiddlyumptious. But...
Why?
Well, because I want to meet the high standards of this giant.
Well, I don't think that a lot of creatures are probably caring about taste. They care about sustenance.
Yeah, but you still want to taste good, right? Like, you would be like, ugh, eat you.
Why are you going back to Vor again?
I don't want to. It's not about that. I don't want to get eaten. Nobody wants to get eaten, but if they did,
No.
like, fine. You probably taste awful anyway. Unlike me.
I don't have the rig on this one. Hello, Yodi. Yodi Coyote. What do you think to come and send the stream on? Yeah, I know. Michael's been talking about Vor.
They gotta take it to weird places.
I forgot to move the toes, so I need to move the toesies. No. For none of these toes are named because I've been too lazy to rename the bones on this one, so that's why Rathian barks, because I didn't want to add all the bones.
But Rathian loves bones.
Well, yeah, she likes bones because she's a dog, and she's a dog because she doesn't like bones. I think that moved the 1 foot there, though. Oh, nope, that is hitting that foot. Okay, I'll just keep it there then. Give Michael an idea is like pulling a pin on a grenade. Yes. Oof.
Only good things happen, right? That's where you're going with that.
I think this one I can actually get away with being a little darker, because it is.
This is like the worst angle for this dragon.
What do you mean?
It's so ugly from this view angle.
What is?
It's like the dragon.
Why?
It's all hairy.
They always have the hair.
Yeah, but like it's like I don't know. It's ugly dragons.
But I need to. This is in this. It's bringing up the fact that there's a dumpster, or it's saying that in a abstract sense. Then it becomes the literal sense, and that's the whole reason for this shot. And so I have to show it so that they know what it
You
is.
just had like the top down shot.
Top down.
Yeah, for a second ago you had it like from the top of the dragon. It was just a very unflattering shot.
This one?
No, it's not in any of these. You just had the camera angle.
Like this?
Yeah, like even further. Like you were straight down above with a green one.
Like this? Like this?
Yes, like that.
But why? This doesn't work at all.
Well, I don't know why you had the camera there then.
The camera isn't. I had to because I was positioning lights.
Well, it was very ugly.
Name the toes Larry, Curly, and Mo. I can't name it. Well, I can name individual bones, but I have to recompile the entire model. That's why Rathlos, if you go into his model, he actually has like a body with chest names and everything. Because that's how I took the time to go and do his. Rathian, on the other hand, does not. With the rig does, but otherwise everything is just a bone that has a bone name of bone. It's one of the reasons that if I ever, whenever I go to add a rig, I have 2 rigs, and there is Rathian and then Rathian named bone. Rathian and Rathalos use the same rig, so it just comes down to which at the time has the named bones. Rathalos has the named bones, so I have to grab his, because the rig goes and attaches based on the names of the bones. I think I could do it without. I think that I can actually go in there and add in those other named bones as other options, because you can have it where it looks for multiple names for a bone, but I have never done that, so I just have the 2 separate rigs right now. You could be orthopedic dealing with all those bones, Argo. It actually feels like that. Do you know what the process is for naming bones? It's annoying, because it's not just like I have to export the model, then I have to rename all the bones in like Blender, then I have to re-export the model, so that will fix part of them, but then you have to go, I have to figure out which one to name what names. I think I have and
of course the head bone's connected to the neck bone, and the neck bone's connected to the
I don't have one for him anymore, but
bone.
for Nergigante, I actually did this where I had put all the bones down, and then I had to go down each one and figure out what they attached to, so that I could get the correct mapping.
You should totally like name them off in song of which ones are attached to which ones.
No.
How would that even go?
No. It'll take forever.
Let's start.
But so that would be so I had to figure out the mapping. I don't know where my Rathalos one went. I thought I used to have one for him too. But then you have to go into each of these animation files, and at the very beginning of this file, you have to go through and then replace all of these names with the actual names of the bones. So I had to go through and replace them all one by one to figure so that it correctly identifies the bones here, because it utilizes the numbers here to here. Whatever.
Tailbone.
But
Tailbone's connected to the root bone.
I'm trying to talk. And what was the other one then? Oh yeah, then I had to do the rig, and then you had to do like, I think the QC had one too. Yeah, so then the QC I had to go through and rename them all too. And these ones you have to actually rename 2 different numbers, because this is what determines like the whole structure of everything. It was hours of work to get all that figured out, and doing it per model is annoying. I did it for Toby, Nergigante, and Rathalos. I never did it for Rathian because Rathalos to Rathian was like a copy paste, and it would have been the exact same thing twice, and I didn't want to do that twice in a row. The bone one, yeah, that's what looking at these is. It's bone 0, and then it's just a bunch of numbers for bones. It's just, I don't know what these bones are. Only ones I actually know is, or at least the one I always remember, is that bone 9 is I'm not in the right shot. Everybody go to this one. Bone 9 is the jawbone. That's the one I mainly know, because anytime I need to make them bark or whatever, I need to know what bone to grab. So I remember bone 9. That is it. All the rest, it's basically just hunt and peck. But there is a rig. Once you put a rig on, it does assign names to the rig. But if I need to do any,
rig?
One, they came with it, and then I just
Really?
The Rathalos, Nergigante, and Toby came with one. Though the one thing I did notice though is if you look at here, with if you see here the distance between these bones here, that there's this big sudden jump. But if I go to Rathalos.
Does he not have a rig?
Oh, he does. I just don't have it loaded. I had to remove it to fix something else. But if you look at his, it doesn't have the arrow, but you can see that there's a lot more bones in here. This one Doesn't exist on the old rig. I don't know why. They skipped over that bone completely. It exists. The bone is a thing you can select, but when you attach the rig, it skips it. So I went and modified this rig to add that bone back in. So his rig is slightly different in that he has access to this neck one. But you can see here that this goes from here, skips this bone, and then goes right to here.
Weird.
Meaning that if I rotate from here, and I can rotate from here, but I can't rotate in the middle. It just helps with creating a more rounded neck bend. But it was I figured that out like months after I worked on him, and I was like, wait a second. So, actually, I was just watching something just earlier that was talking about the amount of bones in the human body, and that the whole, I think they said 209 that you learn when you're younger is not true. That
I never learned that.
No, it was in schools. They were basically trying to say that it was somebody wrote this up, but they had no idea where he got all these numbers. But it ended up getting out all the textbooks over time. But that like when you're younger, you have like you can have up to like 250, but as you age, you'll probably drop below 200. So even because bones start fusing, and so they're no longer separate bones anymore. Like when you're born, you have your skull is in 6 separate bones, but they fuse. Just the same thing as you age, all the way up in your 80s and 90s. Bones will start fusing. Like I guess the one at your base of your spine and the one above it will fuse over time. It's and so you eventually lose bones only because 2 bones become 1.
Next thing you're gonna tell me is that there's not 9 planets.
Shh.
That's what I learned in school.
Okay, so I think I'll call that one good. Now I'm gonna go to this shot. This one, the light's probably not going to work the same because of the angle change. The others have so far been the same angle, like front and front. This actually, wait, let me check. Did they move? Okay, they moved again. Oh, God damn it, it keeps moving, so I don't know where to put the light anymore. I don't know if I'm gonna care enough to like. Okay, what did Rim 2 do here? Rim 2 isn't doing anything. Okay, what was Rim 2 supposed to do here? Okay, apparently I didn't move this one back. Cool. I need to make sure that like going from one shot to the other. So if I go from this shot to this shot, that the lighting matches enough. And that does. And I'm pretty sure I can see that matches too.
Let's go, girls.
Yeah, I think that should work. That one's hitting the edge there. There's no front light, but I don't know if I need it. Not really. Only thing I can think of is kind of underneath his armpit here, but that's probably going to be a dark area anyway. Who's voicing Rathalos? That is Francis from Left 4 Dead 2. Rathalos face rig. I actually had tried to look into potentially doing that, just because I thought that would be a funny thing to do. But it would have been a lot of work that I don't know or understand, and the amount of the benefit it would have for having that done would just not be worth it. So I just kind of threw that project off to the side. I wonder, should I put trash in there? I kind of want to put trash in there. Actually, this is the second video I've done with Rathalos that has trash bags in it then. I know the kind of bag I'm looking for. No, that's too shiny. I thought there was like a black one or something. No, I don't. Maybe they don't want black.
Well, you used a bunch of black trash bags in that other video that Rathlos was covered in trash.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
It's like your subconscious just immediately wants to put Rathlos in trash.
Yes.
It's
No, it's because Francis has voice lines apparently around it a lot.
around trash.
I thought maybe garbage.
Trash and boats.
The boats was the one that I thought was just crazy.
You could just fill that bin with rainbow dashes.
You do know by saying that I'm going to fill it with something else, right?
I take that risk every time, yes, but it's still hilarious, so it's worth it.
What is this one? Oh,
there you go.
I think that was it. I think I used some other type of ones to mix it in, but...
That's like rocks.
Put the words food crate on the dumpster. Have one of the other dragons munching on a pony leg. No.
They always want you to make them eat ponies.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that want consumption of things. No. I've refused to mix Monster Hunter and pony stuff within the same content.
There's a pony in Monster Hunter.
Yes, a Kirin.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to load in an MLP model for that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, when that Kirin ends up in an episode of My Little Pony, you're gonna be red in the face. What are you gonna do then?
I'll deal with that time when it comes. But no, I don't want to... I don't mind crossing fandom lines sometimes, but that's one that I feel like will probably not go towards my benefit. So I do not plan to do crossovers between those two. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I don't mind if it clips on the other side. I just can't make sure. I had to make sure it doesn't clip on this side. I have plenty enough Pony SFM board. Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you want views and you want popularity, thank you, Yodi, for this.
I feel like that's not
very
one
much.
of them. I feel like that particular thing is a little super niche.
Yeah, but it's if you want money and you want you want to gain that niche audience, there are things you can do to gain a following very fast. But I feel like I wouldn't want that group of people. I wouldn't want only that group support or like being the ones that are watching everything, because it's like with that GIF that I made before, it was just I was uncomfortable with it.
I always that's one thing I've never really understood. I always you could have fun with ponies just eating another pony, and that'd be ha ha ha. But then it got weird with some people. They played Pac-Man, and
but why would they be funny at all?
Just Pinkie Pie going on, we're going, oh, and then the pony being gone burp. That's funny.
That'd be murder.
Yeah, but funny murder.
No. It's I don't see how I don't see if you do it where it was the absolute cheapest animation possible, then you
have to do
then it. Then you can get away with it. But if you actually put effort into it,
then it's weird.
Okay, we'll agree on that.
Yeah. Don't put effort into it.
I've had jokes where I've wanted to go about that have that the joke of I think with Rathlos during one of the request streams I did that, but then as soon as I did that, there was a couple more requests that followed that were a little bit uncomfortable for me, and I was like, well, I'm not doing that one. So you get more bees with honey than with vinegar, but you get even more if you cover the poop with honey.
Oh no.
That's a well thought out one. No, that's why I said I've said is I will, if I wanted to pull in the absolute, based on the audience that I've generally built up, if I wanted to really pull in the maximum amount of viewership for anything, I would basically just keep doing pony stuff. Because that is based on the group that are the people that had followed me to begin with. Actually, nothing about this trash is too high because I can't see, I'm not supposed to be able to see it from whatever. That would be the best way to do it. But that's not, you're going to hit a cap then, and then all the people are going to be under one type of fandom type thing. And anytime you try to deviate from that, you're going to get a group angry at you.
I mean,
so,
isn't that what Lucasfilms did? They just went hard into not Pony.
What films?
Lucasfilms. They just totally threw everything into Star Wars at a certain point because they knew that's where their money was.
Yeah, but Star Wars itself wasn't already part of something smaller. And that's where if I keep doing pony stuff, I'm already part of something smaller. So say that I suddenly wanted to go and do like a Legend of Zelda thing. I'm not going to get near as much traction on those because the audience isn't there for that.
Yeah.
So and that's where it suddenly, like say the fandom starts going downwards. Well, now I have less people, and now I'm trying to get somewhere else, and I don't have any traction to do it.
This is why they never made a Willow sequel.
So that's why I'm trying to do that now. I'm trying to. I want to make sure that I'm doing different things now. So that's why the Monster Hunter thing I like because it's a.
But Derpy can still be in all of them, right?
A
Legend of Zelda plus Derpy. That sounds pretty awesome.
No, I was digging through Workshop trying to find something else because I want to have a third to or maybe a fourth genre to work within. And so far I have Monster Hunter and Pony. And so I wanted to, like, what can I do? And I went through quite a bit of the Workshop. What page was this? 35. And I was trying to find what on here is something that I can download that would work.
There's tons of Five Nights at Freddy.
No, I have
standards.
So the only ones that I kind of came up with was there's a ton of Super Smash Brothers models, not to be used for the Super Smash Brothers anything, but just that they're a general cover everything, bit, which is kind of nice. I don't know how the facial flexes are, but I can kind of play with that a little bit. There's a ton recently of these Pokemon, the Pokemon characters, which maybe because you can basically just, I mean, look at, there's actually quite a bit of them.
I don't know who most of them are.
But a lot of these facial stuff, I'm guessing that these mouths are textures. So that might make lip syncing or any facial stuff hard. So I need to look into that more. But I think the main thing I really want to do is I do want to do some Final Fantasy content. Because there is... I'm a huge fan of just Final Fantasy in general. Why when I type in Final Fantasy does that come up?
Princess Kenny. It's a Final Fantasy character. Did you not play Final Fantasy Ultimate?
So they have like Sephiroth in there. 28 pages. I mean, this is definitely not all Final Fantasy. Like, I don't think that's Slendy Tubes? Slendy Tubbies?
Definitely a Final Fantasy character.
It is a Teletubby that's a spike. Okay, yeah, that is. Yeah, this is from Final Fantasy 16. I mean, it's an unreleased.
That's
content.
what I fantasize about.
No, but there's a lot of like there's Cloud Strife in here. There's if they have a lot of the Final Fantasy 7 characters, I thought about making some memes or jokes based on that because I'm pretty sure that a lot of them are pretty detailed. Derpy cosplaying is like they're just gonna catch me. Lots of YouTubers start out virtuous, but eventually start pandering to pull in more views. Yeah, no, and I understand that. I've changed the things I've done to try to draw in more, but at the same time, I'm actually drawing in less because of it. I'm putting out more content, but a lot of it is not animation content. And in doing so, I am providing content to the people that are subscribed, but it is actually causing more people to leave than come in. It is actually going opposite. And that is something I'm still willing to keep doing. There are some other types of content that we want to move into. Doing more game type stuff and the podcast. We actually are starting to work out the podcast thing for later down the line. But that's going to be a separate channel because I want to keep that separated. Aerith's Weapon Pack. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh yeah, and Gundam. There was some Gundam stuff. I don't know Gundam very well, but I like big robots, so I kind of want to do some stuff with that too. Cloud Weapon Pack too. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff with that. But yeah, But yeah, we'll probably be making. I plan to probably soon, actually, at least to have it locked down. I want to make a second channel for dumping stuff into. I might move highlights there, but I'm thinking I'll keep them. I'm gonna keep. It's still animation focused. I'm gonna keep that, I think, on the main channel. I'm still working on the details on that. Also, your character's moving away from Pony because the show's over. No, I don't want to move away from it. I want to broaden. I still, like, anytime I come up with an idea for a video, it's always Pony focused. But I want to have other things out there too. And that's the Rathalos thing originally started because it was just a joke and it was funny. And I enjoyed going in that direction. But I want to have other things out there and expand so that it's not just all one thing. And so that I'm not locked into something. But I don't plan to stop at any point, no. I just want to do more things. Problem is that things take a while.
How
My Hero Academia.
Pony's over.
Well, some of those though, some of the, like My Hero Academia, a lot of those are popular because of like the choreography and the fight scenes and everything are great, but fight scenes take a huge amount of time, and so when you're working within a genre that's known for like the super detailed fight stuff, that's probably what you got to do too. And I don't know if I'd want to put that kind of time and effort into something, because that was one of the reasons that I can't pull out the metrics, but 2019 I almost had nothing that came out because I was working on something that just never finished. And so I had I think 2 not even good videos come out in 2019, and everything on my YouTube tanked like completely because I just didn't have anything.
What were those 2 videos?
I don't even remember. But like 2018 was one of my best years, and then I basically everything dropped down in 2019. I did nothing to recover from it. So in doing so, I completely stalled my entire channel and went downwards for a full year. So I'm trying to recover from that. I'm still not, actually. So that's where if I get stuck in something that's really, really big, it'll be so long between releases that you're going to get the comments of like, hey, I thought you were dead. And I don't want to do that.
It's okay, guys. I'm trying to get into another shipping video.
But that's where some of like the people like Coyote before, the people that sub and the people that support on Patreon, and like between some of the changes I made on YouTube, that the revenue increases on there, I can now bring on help to where so if I can, like right now with bringing on Nightly, if he can eventually start taking over all the highlights work and some of the editing work, then that content can still exist, and I can now focus my time instead on the animation portions. And eventually the next person I want to bring in is a lip sync person, so that they can handle lip syncing, and then actually bring on an animator to help, or just bring on to make unique things 100% themselves, and it would just be hosted and on my channel, and then they would be making most of the revenue on it. So it's been helping quite a bit to be able to do that. So especially with the podcast we want to do later this year, that one's, I did the math on it, and it's going to be close to being able to pay for that. So, but I really want to do that. So
Yodi Coyote, I did hear somebody
Daily Lives of Superheroes. Actually, that could be kind of neat.
I did hear somebody made a mod for Fallout 4 that adds little pips, so maybe check that out if you're looking for Fallout Equestria stuff.
Let's go, girls. Let's go, girls.
I might move that over there. Human version or pony version?
It's a pony version.
Yeah.
It's a pony little pip that is now in Fallout 4.
And tears the neck out of other enemies.
She attack Hicko Gur.
Let's go, girls. Go, girls.
Okay, I think I can call... I mean, I still want to poke at that a little bit, but I think for now I'm going to call that good. This is still the one that we need to figure out. And this one, I need to load up the void.
Yeah, the guy who made that mod, I hear he's pretty handsome and great, and like everyone loves him. So
you ready for that podcast? Yeah, I've been redoing some of the math and stuff, and so we, at least for time scale on the podcast thing, is we kind of have some ideas what we want to do, but we're waiting for Kyle to come back from military training. He's going to be back in like I think 2 months. When he comes back, then we're gonna have a sit down with everybody within our group that wants to do it to figure out and finalize what it is that we're looking to do for direction. Then do a pilot, and anybody that's on Patreon or Twitch sub or through the Discord will probably be posting that pilot so that we can get input as to what we're looking to do. And for that, we are going to do what we think would be our final setting, just using cheap equipment. And then if it ends up working out, or what we learn from that, we want to actually go to a much more fancier setup. But that's looking like April or May. So we're thinking like at the earliest, it'd probably be June. But if we're going to have a thing where we're going to have 4 people come together to sit together to record something on video, that would be, it depends on what June looks like for COVID. So
after we've had all of our shots would be ideal.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's what I said.
That's why June is probably the earliest.
Well, I don't even, it's not about shots. It's whether or not the environment within the United States makes it an okay thing to have people, a small group gathered together like that. Whether or not, it doesn't matter any other factors, that's probably a big factor of it, but until that is a comfortable thing.
I mean, I would be comfortable with it as soon as I've had my shot. So.
Yeah, but and again, it's not whether or not you are comfortable. It's whether or not the environment, whether or not
that people aren't
the people watching aren't going to see it negatively. Yeah, that's where it comes in. But the reason, could we start it before then and just do it another way? Yeah, but then you're starting, your first impression is important. And if you start something like that and you have something that came out, then that becomes the precedent that you set. And I want to have a good precedent from the beginning. And so that's why I want to wait. But anyways, like I said, June is probably, so it's going to be a couple months. So I'm not too worried about it. But we, to help cover, and so if it ends up working out the way that we want to, the plan was I was going to probably run a stream or 2 on YouTube. That would be a request stream for if people do super chat, then I would make whatever it is that they're requesting on stream, kind of like we did before, just as a way to try to raise the funds to get to where we need to be. Otherwise, anything that we're negative on for doing such, I'm just going to cover myself in temporarily and then just pay myself back over time. So because then at least it's getting started. But again, there's a lot of stuff, and I don't want to talk too much on it because we're still working out the details on it.
For a second there, I thought Yodi Coyote was like, it sucks, and I'm just like, oh, like sad inside.
It sucks because as far as I know, the Fallout Crystal game is dead. I haven't paid attention.
I heard all their animators quit.
How much coffee for Argo to hand draw something? I don't have anything. I don't draw. We've drawn some stuff on stream before because you can draw in SFM kind of like it's the selection tool, but I like
draw a pony.
I've done it where I kind of make like a stupid face, and
give me your best horse.
Sees the smile. No, I can't draw a horse. This is my horse.
Okay. That's good. Good tail. There you go. Wait, it's its head. Okay. Is that its beak? I think it wants to die. Oh, that's a good tail, though. There you go.
Okay, and then,
it's a unicorn. It's got a cancer in its horn, though. Oh no, it's talking.
I can't. It's like the freaking what did the art thing, like you can't let go, because if I let go, it makes it go away. So
that priceless work of art is gone forever.
We did figure out though that if we kept doing this for I think 10 minutes. And we eventually got to the point of we crashed SFM from making too many lines. It took quite a while though. I don't think you could see the screen. It literally covered the screen almost pixel for pixel. Again. No. It was just literally goes bing and it's no, we're done. It's Gen 520. So the Fallout Equestria game is actually, I just watched the thing because somebody had posted in the chat before. I was on the group that was working on that game. So was it Overmare? Years ago. Oh wow, that was probably at the beginning of the project, and had a lot of really, really great people working on it. But I immediately noticed that they had a game that was going to be absolutely enormous, and they were thinking huge, and at the pace that I saw things being worked on, that it was going to take way too. There was no way that they could finish what they were imagining. But they were thinking about all these little minor details on things that they wanted to do when they were nowhere near ready to be at that level. And I didn't like that. So I made a couple things for them. I did a lot of the idle animations earlier. I don't know if they're still the ones that are used. And there's a couple random things I did, and I can't show them or can't show you the stuff because I'm under NDA. So, but it was, I put a lot of, or I didn't put that much effort into it. I very, very quickly noticed that this game, if it finishes, is going to be like a decade from now. And I didn't want to lock myself in for that.
As far as I'm aware, they're still not out of Ponyville.
Yeah, it's
very far.
They were trying to make like a AAA title type of game, and they had the mindset of it, but they had a group that was not really being paid. So it was being volunteer. You can have a team of 100 people, and you think like a game studio has a team of 100 people. Yeah, but they probably have 40 to 50 to 60, maybe during crunch, 70 hours a week of people working on this stuff.
Paid.
And they are expert professionals that have been in the industry for a long period of time, and they have super fancy equipment to do it. That's not what this team is. So not to say they're not smart people. They had some really, really good people on there, some excellent people that made music, some great modelers. They had a good team. It just wasn't enough to make a game in any type of time frame.
Yeah, money. What's the thing?
But money doesn't even do it because somebody, if they are making money, the group itself wouldn't be able to pay a full-time salary, which means that the person is still not going to be working full-time.
Yeah.
And then how do you distribute
more money?
Like, is it based on hours? Is it based on salary? Is it based on completion of the item that you have? There's too many factors, and they're managing pretty well. For a large project, they actually are. That's the one thing that I've seen a lot of the larger projects is that their management sucks, because there's a bunch of people that had big aspirations and think that the more people they have on their team, the better they'll do, and they collapse. Overmare, actually, I at least felt that they had a pretty good system set up for managing the project. It just is the manpower and finances that were the problem.
They're still working on it, though, aren't they?
Yeah, as far as I know, they were. I haven't heard anything else.
There was a pretty decent Fallout Equestria 2D game that came out that looked fairly finished. 2D's a lot simpler, and it looked kind of fun. I never played it, but I've seen video of it. So if you want to play Little Pip.
I can't remember what these are. This is a Rain Boom. So this is probably not what I'm looking for.
Somebody is making a Fallout 4 mod and adding ponies. That's what that Little Pip mod is. It's the start.
I don't think it's the same, but
no, it's not. But
gotta have clear, realistic goals. Well, they had clear goal. Well, I wouldn't even know about that. It just was too big. I ended up getting to become pretty good friends with I can't remember his name now because it's been so long. He ended up dying recently, or not long ago.
Oh, the guy who worked on the music.
Yeah, and so he had sent me some really, really, really cool stuff. Like one of them, I want to find permission. That is one thing that's Fallout related that I actually want to use mainly for him, that he sent me, and
I mean, it's hard.
It was never released, and it was supposed to be for making a trailer for Fallout, and it would have been one that worked. And he gave me his full idea for it and everything, and it was really cool. And now, who do I ask for permission to use it from? Supposedly, he had helped worked on it with his brother.
Well, then I guess if you can get permission from his brother.
I don't know how to contact him. It's been so long. I never talked to his brother. No, this would be... I swear it was in my Dropbox that I had it hidden.
It's crazy.
Not hidden, I guess, but...
tucked away.
Because I can't remember where I put it otherwise. I always thought that was where I hit it, but I want to find that audio file again, because it wasn't a song. it was like a full-on audio for a trailer with voice acting and everything. Huh?
I saw a blackjack and it looked like there was something very wrong with her in the picture.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of I have a lot of really weird pictures here.
Oh no. That one's all too weird.
This one I modified this picture to recolor it to my OC's colors, and I am super happy with how close they came. This was normally, I think, like a white pony with it was a gray pony with blue and white streaked hair, and I changed it to that. And I love Mass Effect, so that's why I did that. No, like if you go through here, this was like a test where I was sending it with Erdicore. He sent me this, and then I modified the texture to look like this. And I'm like, hey, do you want to put this with your original file? And he goes, yes. So we worked that out. I got some just weird crap. Yeah, this is the blackjack one you were talking about.
Jeez.
That was where if you updated a model, sometimes the old versions and files would be broken until you reloaded it, and that would be like the way they would break. Oh yeah, this is Adams. We used to show this at conventions a lot just because it had a funny joke behind it. I don't think I ever released that picture. I wasn't 100% happy with it.
Oh, that's a cool picture. Like that other Rainbow Dash with the hat.
The what?
The hat. Oh
yeah, there's me.
That one, you're on fire.
Uh-huh. The Rainbow Dash with the hat?
Yeah, it's at the very bottom.
Oh, this one.
Yes. Look at her.
She got Miller Lite.
She got the boo.
I can't remember what that was about.
What is that one with the...
So I think Fighting Herds worked out so well. They knew they needed to manage the production, had one of their own Be the Whip Cracker. Well, it's not even about having somebody that's cracking whips. It's about having a clear hierarchy and somebody that knows where their bounds of where they are working is and knows how to direct. It's just... I've been burned a couple times on different projects. That was another thing in 2019. I think it was 2019 that I spent. Yeah, I spent months working on a project, putting a ton of time into it. I have like 2 full minutes of animation with lip syncing that I optimized, full detailed animation, everything. Spent months on it, and then I passed the files to them, and they had no quality control, and so their final video, they just didn't render it. They didn't use my files at all because they thought that the unanimated sliding ponies on some parts was the final copy. And yeah, that angered me a lot. I got very angry, and I have not spoken to anybody in that group since. Well, except for one, but I am very angry with them. Anyways, so yes, wasting my time. That's why I don't do group projects anymore. I just decided to do it all myself. There's this one. This is what happens when you copy Scoots onto Celestia. And then I think we also have, if you copy Celestia onto Scoots.
She's beautiful.
This is, Bearded Doom guy said, hey, can you test this model? I want to see how it works. And so I sent him this picture, and he goes, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, okay, I'll fix that. That was the best they could do for bending it.
That is awful.
Yeah. Some of these are just, I started just adding this face randomly on people's icons. It really bugs me. I can't find the
Just have a
audio thing.
Nostalgia folder. Ghostbusters website. All right. Pretty Ponies from Planet Pluto.
That is, I think, 18 years old.
When did you make that?
There's this one. This one was my old Ghostbusters website back when I was learning web development. I made this in 2007. So this is literally, because that was the name of our guild for an MO. That was 14 years ago. Oh, so it would have been 14 years ago for the other thing too. Because we were a clan that was, we would do game battles on, and our group is called Ghostbusters. And so I learned how to do this. And in doing so, I learned, was at school, and I got into web development, and that's now I kind of do that for my job.
How long ago did you make that pony one? The pony banner?
This one?
Yeah.
It was probably like 2007.
That would have been before Gen 4.
This was the PPPP banner. And this was originally done because I was trying to think of the thing that would be the most girly to use, and so I used the pony. And it was like a April Fool's thing that we replaced the banner of the site at the time with that. Because that's why she's in the gear, because it's Gears of War.
Yes, and I'm just like, It's like, ha ha ha, ponies. Only girls would like this, so I'm gonna use this. And then like 3-4 years later, like,
so this was the I think the original site, and then I eventually updated it to the other one. I think do I still have other pictures of my old website? I also then ran a website for Ace Online or Fedoy or Space Cowboy, or I can't remember the other names for stuff. Oh, here's a model I never used. I'm the only one that has this model. Percy Technic made it for me a while ago, and I never utilized
Celestia's
it.
Throne?
Yes.
That a lot of people like to have that.
You know when that was made? 2014.
People would still want to have
7 years ago. No, that's like 6 years ago. I still trying to. I was going to make a Valentine's Day video off of it. Because it was something that was going to be based on a guard writing a love letter. I was based on a fic, a love letter to Celestia, and her finding it, and so it was going to be some different scenes from that. Never finished it.
Did you start it?
No.
No.
The model was what I needed first, and before I got that, it got too close to the time period that I would need to have it done, and I never finished it.
Well, you could get it done before this Valentine's Day.
Oh, we have there was t-shirts designs I was looking at. I actually own one of these.
You turned them into buttons.
Yeah, we did buttons too, but I never sold the buttons with the dolphin on it. I literally just gave them for free at conventions because it was funny. I think I had like 200 buttons I gave away at one convention. But yeah, I have this t-shirt. I was looking at doing this, but I couldn't get the black lines to work on it correctly, so I never actually got.
I know one person would love that.
God, there's so much crap in here of just like some of these are like the fanfics. These are I would upload it to here just in case as a backup. Some of these are just backup stuff, or like it's a public share to the ones that I actually send people. Anytime I make a public posting on a place that link is going to be permanent, I will put it in this folder so I know not to delete it. Oh yeah, remember your meme?
It's true though.
This is Michael.
Yes.
I didn't say Princess Dolphin. Because
Got all the money on the derpies.
it's because
It's a cute plush. I would spend a lot of money on that plush.
but it was that was you to like
Yes. It's still kind of
closest degree.
I still eat peanut butter sandwiches at lunch every day.
Only other place I can think that I put that would be in this folder, but if I did,
his files are organized. Mine are just
the audio file isn't for mine. But normally I tend to
all in one folder.
I tend to sort by date created because that tends to be more accurate. But I moved all these files, so all the date created is off.
My organization is I need to get these off my desktop. Create a folder. Don't name it. Throw some random stuff in it. Forget what's in that folder, and then put it away somewhere. Probably in like the documents folder.
I just had somebody today make mention when I was in a meeting because I'm like, wait up, I didn't open up something, and it was like 8 folders deep. But it's because I don't put a lot of things in one folder. I organize things based on certain categorization things, so I know exactly where it is. It's basically when I open a folder, based on the names of those folders, I just answer the question of which one makes most sense, and that's how I just organize things. And so I had to get to this file, and I'm just like boop 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 boop, and they're like, holy crap! Like you got things like really organized.
Yeah.
This is the way I like doing things.
My organization is. My desktop was completely full one time, so I just created a folder on my desktop called Old Desktop, grabbed everything, threw it into that folder, and boom, my desktop was clear.
No, it's not in here either. I'll have to dig for it because it is somewhere. I know I didn't get rid of it. I treasured that because he gave it to me to have to potentially do something with, and it was never part of Overmare, so it doesn't fall under the NDA.
Like that, I'm not.
I have so many folders called Old Desktop.
Not the only one.
I refuse to put stuff in my desktop. The only time I put items on my desktop is if they are needed at that exact moment. So right now, these 2 audio clips were actually, I don't even need these anymore. Those were Shifty Sheldon. They were potentially work in progress for using on Sombra. So I don't need to use that anymore.
If I'm working on a project, I just dump the whole thing on my desktop, and then when I'm done with the project, I take it off my desktop. So everything I'm currently working on with that one thing is on my desktop.
No, I always see my desktop as this is my background. This is where I want to have something nice and clean. If I want to have things placed somewhere, there's no different than me just going into a folder. I access my desktop more from the folder here than I do actually on my desktop, because to get to my desktop, I have to hide everything.
I access it that way too, but because my desktop is so full of stuff, I can't find stuff that I put on my desktop, and I need to search for it.
You're once again paying for coffee for last Streamly taxes. Well, thank you. I don't get the coffee back. You just get it for free. But thank you very much. Some of my old desktop folders have old desktop folders in them. I do have like an old documents folder, but it was from one of my previous computers, and I don't use document folders anymore. I keep things organized differently, so it just is old copies of like very old stuff that I don't delete things. Even like if you were going to my trash bin, I think I cleaned this out not long ago, but normally this thing is going to have a ton of stuff in here. I got to clean out some of this because like these I don't keep.
Why don't you just delete them all? They're in your recycling bin.
Because the recycling bin is the I don't want to see you, but I might need you.
It's not recycling bin.
But I have my hard drive has storage on it, so why do I have to delete it?
Because you put it in the recycling bin for deletion.
Yeah, but I tend to like close tabs and delete things before I actually should.
There was one called Michael Dance. The Michael WTF dance.
Do you want me to open it?
I mean, I'm curious.
Do you want me to open it?
Do I?
No, you don't.
That just makes me more.
Do you want me to? Okay, I'm gonna open it.
Okay.
Okay, here's Michael's dance.
Oh yeah, I don't want you to open it.
Look at Michael. Oh yeah.
I'm dancing. That's the dance. I see. I got the bag with the derpy in it. It's not. That's horrible. Put that back.
I told you. I made that cut, and then I put it in Discord, our private Discord, and we laughed about it. And then you're like, "I want to watch this again." These ones are just bad frames. I will always delete.
I hope you can do better.
Yeah, that's the evolution of dancing. I have lots of bad things with Michael.
There's more bad than good.
Actually, that whole video that came from was an immensely cringy.
I remember thinking I was doing very well, and then I looked at the video and I was like, nope.
Yeah, like it was supposed to be like we were gonna do some like super cringy dance thing, and I was on recording it, and everybody was kind of like getting into it or whatever, and like Michael's dance was like he just kind of like turned and wobbled, and then like when he went to do dance, all it was like he was marching band.
I felt very funk. I remember being very funk.
But the best part about it was like you were serious face the whole time. Like everybody else, like yeah, and you're like. It was so.
I was very funk.
Okay, there. Now get rid of those. Now, so this isn't as bad, but it does go back to like early 2020, I think, for deleting stuff. No, because I just delete it, and then every now and then I'll go through here because like if you go to top here, I don't remember what this is. Dolphin hip power.
And then see now we have.
I don't know, but it makes.
No, that's the dolphin hippogriff war. Clearly.
Oh, why isn't the trash?
I don't know.
See, that's where I'm like, I'm not going to delete it yet.
It's from your queue.
Yeah, I thought I would have moved that over. But yeah, I just don't delete it. Because why? If I need to free up space, yes, I'll delete stuff. But until I do, there's no reason to empty it. I will clean out the really big things, or if I delete like 100 files that are all just renders that aren't needed, they were errors, then I will and it's only if I re-render. If I like have to fix certain frames, I'll move those frames to a different folder and then replace them, because in case of something, I don't want to lose them permanently. I gotta figure out what this trail is. I don't know what this. Oh, that was weird.
The rainbow shot by.
Oh, it's moving. So I'm going to guess that this is based on motion.
I'm assuming you're gonna have like the song from the NiCat here.
No. If I use Nine Cat's actual song,
can you use that?
It's gonna be probably copyrighted.
Can you use that song from Robot Unicorn?
No, I have some other goofy little one playing. I already have one in there. I don't know if I like it, but I'm just gonna keep it.
The Robot Unicorn Attack. Remember that? It was an Adult Swim game, and they used some old song from the 1970s.
Yeah, but it's probably still under some. No, they might have recopyrighted it or something by changing it enough. It's not worth it. I won't use a song unless I know for sure that I won't have an issue with it.
I could sing a song.
Shooting stars. Isn't bad. Is enjoying the day of dancing like a king. Well, no, it wasn't bad. It was just cringy and funny. So,
he likes it when I'm.
Oh no, trust me, I'm not. I don't dance either. Sunset's like open.
You could dance for us now.
So sorry, Yodi, I'm coming back to your question there. Do you like Guild Wars 2? I actually played Guild Wars 2 when it came out. Like I ended up that I took like 2 days off of work, and in the day that the servers opened.
Is that still the newest one? Has there not been a Guild Wars 3?
I don't know. I love that game. I played it for probably about 2 months. It was probably one of my most fun MMOs I've played. I really enjoyed it. And then they did some changes later down the line, and I just didn't enjoy it as much. And I enjoyed it when I was basically at the top level group that was working through the game. And so we were hitting all these hard bosses, and they were difficult. But they were fun, like the big open area bosses. And then like when eventually people started catching up, those bosses would be surrounded by so many people. And then they started figuring out ways to glitch the boss that would make it so they were unkillable. And it just was no longer about actually trying to fight the boss the way that you're supposed to. It was about people either mobbing it with so much that it was no longer a challenge, or people glitching it to ruin other people's fun. And I didn't like that. So
I played Necromancer.
And Elias, I don't know actually. With Patreon, I can't control like the servers on that side, but I guess keep trying.
I don't know what I did back then. And then go, OMG.
Nice. Yeah, they are coming out with an expansion soon. Oh, so is it still Guild Wars 2? Yeah, I probably still have a character in there, but I'm guessing that now it's not even the same level. I used to be a big MMO fanatic, so I played. I used to play Ace Online, which do I still have videos of that? I might. Actually, it's not even going to be in that folder. It's going to be in.
Try to avoid MMOs anymore.
I love MMOs, but I hate them at the same time.
They're such huge time sinks. And then they get.
But it depends on the MMO.
World of Warcraft was off. Played it for 3 years, and I hated it towards the end because it became a second job.
Okay, so here. Oh no, that's Gmod. Oh, here it is. So I think these are old. So these are from 2008. Oh my God, it's been that long. So this is from 2008. But this was, I want to see if this even plays. Wait, well, let me try actually opening this in VLC. Yeah, here we go. And so I can't play audio. This is really bad quality because again, 2008. But basically, this was it was Star Fox Online, and this is when we were in the den. This was probably not all. This is more. Oh, this was because I was the tank healer, that was the mixed class, and literally I was unkillable. I think I had like 8,000 HP, and the most they could do to me was 15 in a hit. There were some people that couldn't damage me at all. I was a god, and in that game, like literally a god, and it was. You could go into an area and just be like, lol, lol. Nobody would shoot at you because they know there would be no point. It was fun. But it was I thought I had other videos from there. The game still exists, and actually somebody contacted me not long ago saying that they had opened up. Oh, actually, here's another one. Actually, this one's probably I don't know if that's going to be any better quality, but yeah, this was us actually in a more of a dogfight. But it was fun. I really, really did enjoy it. It was my first MMO, first guild. I ran 60 people, I think it was, and I was the head of the guild. I almost was leader of the nation at one point because you get voted in based on people actually making physical votes, and but it was fun.
Graphics remind me of like PlayStation 1 Armored Core.
MMOs, but I can't enjoy playing them as I used to. Well, and like this one is nice because the end game for it, the grind was horrible. The grind was super difficult where like if you wanted to, at that level that I was at, if I wanted to gain one more level, every mob that I killed would give me 0.01% experience. And there was no missions or anything to boost it faster. You just had to kill things. And since I was the healer tank, there was I was the slowest killer. They ended up adding up experience sharing for the M gears, which is what I played later for if you're in a team and you were helping. But my account supposedly is still being used, even to this day. Like
used?
Yeah.
By who?
Some of the old friends that still play the game.
They have access to your account?
I gave them access to my account and they used me as a buff slave. So I went in there one time, like years later, and I was like 5 levels higher. And I'm like, from what? And like, just from healing. Like, what are you talking about? But no, it was a fun game. I did enjoy it. I made a lot of friends on there. But that was my first MMO. Then I did and that was Space Cowboy. That server collapsed because the game was sold to a different company. So we went to the Korean version of Fedoi temporarily and abused the hell out of that server. That was an interesting time. And then we left that game and then went to the Ace Online version, which was, Air Rivals was the version that came out first. And then that one ended up collapsing. And then Ace Online came in. It was really rough on the people that ran it. They were not very smart and kind of stupid, but yeah, it was, I played Ion from the day it came out for a while. I played a ton of Ion. That's probably the one MMO I put more time in. No, probably more into Ion. A second is probably going to be Perfect World. I put a lot of time into, Guild Wars 2. I never played WoW.
I played
Wait, they still have servers? Last I checked, they actually eventually had Sub A Games.
The MMOs I played were City of
Still
Heroes.
exists?
City of Heroes, Guild Wars 2, World of Warcraft for like 3 years, Final Fantasy 11. And that's all the MMOs I really played back in the day with those 4.
2016 was the last news post, though.
It's a long time ago.
None of this art has changed, and this game's 13 years old.
I'm thinking it pretty much is just in the wind now.
But again, so there was no real level cap. You can get up to the level 50s pretty quick. Anything after 50s starts slowing down, and I was at the point where I was level 82, and every level after that would get exponentially harder to where every level was like 4 times harder than the previous, and it stayed that way. The only people that really got into the super high levels were the 2 attack types because they could kill the fastest.
Are you ever curious to try to go back to see what your character is at?
I don't know what my login is.
Oh, you don't?
No. And it's not worth it. But I used to run a website for that MMO. That's how I learned most of my web programming. That was for calculating all in-game assets. So I had all the equipment and all the items. It would, because you could gamble to add prefixes and suffixes to items. It would allow you to put those on there and see what the item would look like at certain levels, at certain points, so you could compare things. But none of that data was available for use. So the only way to get that data was to literally mine it from people. So people would have to submit the information to me, and I would then compile it, graph out based on the power curves of how things changed over time, and determine the formulas for myself. Every weapon was different, and I found out the formulas, a rough approximate for all the formulas over time. The And then my biggest accomplishment was I had a creator, and so it simulated the in-game aspect of gambling, which was where you could buy a gamble, and the gamble would add a random suffix or prefix, but they cost real money to buy. So if people wanted to, they could keep tossing gambles on there, or keep randomly putting in anything above level 10 in an item. It would you kept having lower and lower chance to succeed, and if you failed, it would drop down to level 10. So if you spent $400 to level your gun up to like plus 15, you tried for 16 and failed, you're gone. It's gone. It's back down to nothing. You could have certain items that would protect it from doing that at certain checkpoints, but they were expensive, like real money expensive, like $50 a try. So I made this so that people could get that out of their system for free. And they simulated the entire environment. You could drag the items around, you could put them in there, you could gamble. All the items in the game existed. You could then even create a special unique link to that item that you created so that you could share it with friends, and then they could actually see what you made too. It was I learned a lot, but it was a lot of fun. And more costume options are like crack for me. I can't stop buying clothing. I like those. I don't mind a pay to play or a free to play game that has options like that helps pay for the game, and those people that help by supporting a game that they definitely enjoyed like that in that way, 100% agree. If you enjoy something, you should support them if you're able, obviously. And that is, do I have to make that go faster? I think this is too fast. Let's try 20 and then slowing it. No, maybe.
I do find it kind of funny that the first video add rainbows into ends up being the dragon one.
It's kind of glitchy.
A little bit.
Was hoping. Oh,
There you go. Oh, not as good.
oh, okay. No, I see what it is.
There you
Okay, so it's just making them too fast. But even this, I wouldn't
go.
really.
It's not bad.
It'll work. But why is it like? Why is green so big? Whatever. I don't care. It works. What's your computer specs, Argo, if you don't mind me asking?
Good.
No problem. Okay. I have two computers. I have the stream computer, and then I have my normal computer. The normal computer is a 9700K overclocked about 10%, with a Noctua NHL15. It's not the double cooler, but it's a standard single fan one. Cools like a beast though, so I have no complaints on that. I can't remember the motherboard exactly. It's a Z. Is it Z370? I'm gonna guess. It's not a 400 series. It's 300. I forgot to get Wi-Fi on it, so I had to get a Wi-Fi card for it. I'm currently running a EVGA 3080. I got lucky and was able to get one. And I have a single 500 gigabyte SSD, 2.5 inch SSD for my boot drive, a 2 terabyte inland professional NVMe SSD for general storage, and a 1 terabyte Samsung 970 Evo. Or is it 960? I think it's a 970. I think 960 is the 2.5 inch. So 970 Evo. That's for gaming. It's just a faster, more reliable card. And the Stream PC has a 10400 non-K on a Z370 or H370M Prime board. I think that's EVGA. I can't remember the full specs on that one. It's a cheaper board. I didn't care. But it's 10400 or is it 10500. There's a 10400. I can't remember the exact numbers now. That's just running a 1 terabyte inland. Inland's just a cheap brand because I didn't care for boot on that one, and it has 4 4 6 terabytes drives running RAID 10 for backup storage. It's networked to my main PC, so I can swap back and forth. That's actually so that is my other computer. It's on the Argo server, and it also has a the 4K 60 Elgato capture card, which is what I'm using for capturing everything through here.
Yeah, but is it as good as my computer? Because my computer has flames on the side.
Oh, a Lynx Alexander. Did you just pull that up for like what I said, or do you like remember? Because that'd be weird. The reason that the OC is on the 9700K is based on bottlenecking with the 3080. A 9700K at about 10% OC is considered to be almost equivalent to a 3080, so that neither one is bottlenecking each other. So it means that I don't need to upgrade for gaming performance. For like After Effects and stuff, yes, I would definitely get a big upgrade from going to something with more cores, because a 9700K is only an 8-core 8-thread. Going to something with like a 10-core 20-thread would be much better, but I'm not going to pay for it. I'm going to wait till next year. You definitely said, okay, cool. No, it's for SFM, it doesn't matter, but I have a 2K 165 hertz monitor, and I like having frames. So I'm running at 165 hertz right now. Like my mouse is moving at 165 hertz, just you are only seeing in the stream at 60.
Yes, but can you play Minesweeper?
Mm-hmm. But I played it on my tablet.
But on here,
I haven't downloaded it on here.
So you can't play Minesweeper.
I can't play Fortnite either because I never downloaded it.
Your computer is trash.
Okay, yeah, but no, no pizza. You're not taking it for pizza.
Yes, I can get so much pizza for this computer.
But no, I got lucky with the 3080. I almost got a 3070 today too. One of our friends was looking for a 3070, and Best Buy dropped today, and I was this close to getting it. It was in my box, and I was putting in my information, and just as I was finishing up, it said that it was sold out. So I was not fast enough, but I was so close.
Rip.
I do want to get, I forgot, my 1080 Ti is currently on my Stream PC. I mainly use it for separating the encoding so that Stream can run at a lower bit rate than the rest. That's what I used to use for my graphics card. Not anymore. Why is there an offset here? You're not needed, go away. But I do want to get a 30 series card because they for other reasons, for some of the other features that it comes on there for streaming. I'm waiting till the end of the month to see if I can get a 3060 because I just needed the cheapest one possible. It's not going to do my actual graphics. Even right now, I have a 1080 Ti in my Stream PC, but it is not being used for video. It is completely not running at all when it's because it's just better for low power usage if I'm using the processor.
My PC runs on the power of hamsters. It's just a case filled with hamsters. I can't play video on it, but, I get hamsters, so balance itself out.
Look at that.
That is neat.
That's not what I want, though. I wanted to figure out the direction I needed to go. So it is that direction. And 0.
I'm just imagining now, just using that, but you got a pony barfing rainbows.
Oh, I need to go negative 100 on that, too.
Just all over the place, and another pony. Those barfing rainbows everywhere.
There we go. Okay, now it should go the right direction. It's just a load of state. I need to leave. Goodbye, check up, Michael. Have a pleasant evening. Well, thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Hopefully you do as well. Okay, so that is, I think, a little small.
Grass pellets, Sunset. You feed them grass pellets.
Why aren't those streaks across the sky fun? The more you know. That's yeah, guys. This needs to be like much bigger. Where's radius? Radius random. Why is it radius random? Actually, I probably made this particle and I just don't even remember anything about it. So that is probably need to go a little bit bigger. Let's go to 500. Let's go to 500. We're going to go to our sphere. We're going to increase this to, say, 400 speed. It's probably going to, start going to like snap. So I'm leaving a little empty gaps there. I think I need to just find a speed on here that looks good without. Okay, that might work. What is my max particles? 32. Let's go up to 90. That's pretty smooth. What if I randomize this sizing?
I'm gonna need this when I get control of your stream again.
Why?
I have ideas.
No.
So you're
I
gonna
remember
need to
saying
show
have a
me
good
how
day
to use
and enjoy the next 12 hours is the same thing, but people will normally feel threatened with the second one. I can see that. And this is one of the reasons that I knew with this particle, it only really worked from a good angle. Well, I guess it could have kind of, as soon as you start getting at this angle, it starts getting weird because it's trying to stay flat with your camera. So that's why I did that. So let's say that this right there is the right position. So we're gonna lock the dumpster to this. Oh. Okay, it's just not like being locked.
Oh, there you go.
I think some of these little overlaps, well, how is it going to look on render? That's okay. It's actually going to pop up in render. Normally that's because these aren't a smooth image. It's multiple layers. And so when those layers cross a little bit, and they interact, and that's where that visibility comes in, because now I'm having two layers adding each other up. The way to fix that is to potentially decrease this, which might cause that little bit of wobble. I do probably want to have this go a little bit further. So we'll say lifetime of 3. We're going to drop that to 2 on this one. I want to see if that... No, it does that weird wobble thing. Okay. It have to be the same. Okay.
Is the song from Never Ending Story still copywritten? You could use that one. Probably.
The one thing that sucks with this is I have to pre-render it. Because, well, actually, no, I don't. I can have this go forever because everything's in a circle. So I basically just record from this point to this point, and then
loop it.
loop it. Some of these little stars are not loopable, but you just render 2 of these in a row, and then you pick the end point. So you pick that middle point, and you make the beginning of that second portion. You put it to the beginning instead, and you have it fade into the one below it. And so you're basically taking the second cut, making it the first one that's visible, and then fading into your first one, and then that one's end is now the beginning of the original one.
I feel like you need shooting stars in the background.
I was originally thinking about having the stars move, but if I move the stars, then that would make that render a lot harder. Not like it actually matters. I mean, like, what am I running at right now? So all the lights are on. Yeah, I render this super quick, and I'm only going to render this at 1080 anyway, so I can render that. I'd have to pre-render this, which means I'd have to like start this at like that point, and then say at this point start using it.
I like rainbows and shooting stars and unicorns. It'd be great.
But I might have to play with some of the timing because these little speckles are not following with my rainbow. It's a very important thing.
It is important. Rainbow science is like super important.
But I could also change this rainbow so that it was not like maybe straighter. It wasn't so wobbly over time, but I'm not really worried about that. You change all the dragons into derpy and do what you said there. Yes.
I mean, you're not late. The stream only ended 20 minutes.
You said, do you have for the rainbow to eat a pony?
I think.
Yeah, he guess. No. Hello, Crystal. Yeah, we actually probably are in. I'm actually 20 minutes over, so technically I normally would be going right now, but you got lucky. Yeah, I think I kind of want to do some. I mean, yeah, that's definitely going to be a better lighting in the background there afterwards. Though it looks like he just found out that his hopes and dreams are in that box.
They are. It's all that's left.
Yeah, he's
animating dragons Trash Dragons.
Oh, actually, I need to.
That could be the other new show. Trash Dragons.
It's like Cabbage Patch Dolls. It's Cabbage Patch Dragons.
I was thinking more like...
Or, wait, no, what was the ones that you could buy for a while that were like the trash version of the Cabbage Patch Kids?
Oh, Garbage Pail Kids?
Yeah, Garbage Pail Kids, I think. Yeah.
But I was thinking more along the line Teenage Mutant Trash Dragons. Like...
Add a Sputnik and a chimp in a spacesuit flying by. No, I actually wanted to keep it pretty simple. I might have some stars moving to show progression of distance being traveled. But anything else that's put in there, being that it is only going to be like, I don't think I'm going to put the whole thing on here. It has to be enough for the joke to catch. So it'd probably be about this length, because at that point it gets a little bit too long. But if I put anything else in there, then I'm overlapping jokes like I brought up before, and it's going to take away from this. And as soon as something like that pops in there, it would have to spend time traveling, and I would need to extend the shot drastically to make that fit. Heart beats loudly. Yes. What animation are you making? So this is just the Rassless one. We technically started this like last November, I think, and then I got distracted working on the somber one. So I then put this one on hold. So now we're just kind of back to working on it. But it's basically done. It's just a short. I've been wanting to make more of these. I've been doing the Raffles compilations based on once I get a full minute of video. This would put me into like the 25-second range for video that I have ready. So I do need more of his. But I do have ideas for such. But most of the ones I have for ideas, they're not Rathlos, they're Toby. And they are going to be probably one-offs to where they will not be compilations, because they will probably be long enough on their own, and that's the Adventures with Keith that I want to do. But I need to do some other stuff in the background. Haven't done that yet, and I'm hoping to start doing that this week, though I've said that before and I probably won't. So I actually think I want to get ahead working on the next highlight so that I'm actually done early on that instead of like 2 days before it's supposed to be released like I normally do. Shorts only take 4 months to complete. Not really. Like lately,
5 seconds of video takes 10 seconds to make.
We made this one in.
That's a cute.
Hold on. Like sorting these by date. I made that one just last week, and then Dolphins vs. Hippos was I think a month ago. That one doesn't really count though. Applejack was in December, so January I don't think I had a video. Change of Plans. This one was October. Yes, that was in October.
What was Change of Plans again?
Those are the changelings.
Right, the Pinky in the Brain.
Rocket Surgery before that. So like I've been coming out with a video about every 6 weeks on average. But I want to try to get that to 4 weeks. But I cannot do that if highlights are still being done by me. So that's where I'm hoping to have that offloaded soon. But if you think about it, and Moment of Peace as well. Grogar's Demise was made at the very beginning of 2020. The anthology short was made for 2019.
I feel like it should have been that
This
long.
Rathlos compilation was May of 2019, and then Flight in 2 Easy Steps was 2018. That's where I said Fireworks and the first Rathalos were the only videos I made in 2019. So this was 2019.
And one of them was for anthology.
This was 2020. So yeah, I made a lot more. Yeah, this one was for anthology.
And yet it never feels like enough.
Nope.
Because you got to start animating entire episodes, of course, for us. While we wait for the next generation.
No, but that's where I big things just take forever, and it's just easier to make small things. But a lot of that 2019 was I was working on stuff. It's not like I was lazy. It just that project was canceled, so it just ended up not coming to fruition. So I do. Hippo War was about 3 days of work. It was 5 hours of work. It was 3 hours during the stream and then 2 hours the next day. That was my limit. And I believe I don't remember I think that was for just the animating for the video, not the compilation of it, but I did really cheap version of that too. So yes, Jules, cat. I can move it then. here too. Yeah, it's Michael. Hello, Michael. I don't know why the wallpaper engine has a black screen. I'm trying to get FOE wallpaper. I have no idea. I actually do need to do some stuff on there. I actually do I still have it open? I had started.
You gotta update.
Well, apparently I can't use wallpaper engine unless it updates. Oh, good. It was super tiny.
Legend of Keepers. Another dwarf game?
It's a roguelike where you play the bad guys and the heroes are trying to take your dungeon, and so you have to build the different steps and use. It's basically like a RPG type combat along the way with traps, and then it's like a campaign of managing a dungeon and the in between, and you can upgrade your people and
That
whatever.
actually sounds like fun.
It's the graphics are pixely. I actually really enjoyed that game. I feel like it's still early access, I think. No, but for wallpaper engine, it's actually running. So I have this, but I'm trying to figure out what's causing it. Oh, like here, let me actually jump to here. So this is an animated wallpaper, but there's a skip. I'm trying to figure out what's causing it. So there's like a missing frame, and it's like I think just as she's lifting here. Yep, there. I need to figure out what's causing the skip. No, I'm not going to go into a tutorial for this because I don't even know 100% what I'm doing on wallpaper. I just know how to upload the video, but it's making it loop correctly. I'm having difficulties with, because no matter where I really move the frame, I'm thinking the fact that it's a 4K video, it's having a difficulty with the restart. So I don't know. Or I need to export it in a format that's not MP4. I don't know. I need to poke at it, but I am working on that. In there, wallpaper engine's neat. I have Fallout wallpapers on there. By the way, Argo Michael, how was your Monday morning after Sunday night's game? Mine was fine. He drank less than I did. Work. Yeah, he had to go to. Well, I had to go to work too, but no, it was fine. I still take it. Yeah, I know. I want to make sure it's right. I
haven't been hungover in a very long time.
I am also working on, for patrons and Twitch subs, because I'm trying to figure out extra content, things to make that are separate from the animation thing, that are just things to make. And I am working on a couple different videos ideas of things to put out that are going to be much lower quality, not even SFM focused. They're just going to be things that I think would be fun to make, and I'm just going to be putting those on Patreon and for Twitch people. One I'm hoping to get next week. I was hoping to have it done by now, but I got distracted. And then I also have the 2-foot Rocinante that's coming in, and I was going to record me taking that out of the box and showing that off. So I'll have that up for people sometime too. So anyways, is there anything else I miss here? Nope. Okay. So nonetheless, have a good week. Have Kitty. Have Michael's song. And yeah, thanks for the support, everybody. Meow, 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 meow. Pizza sauce, I love that. Buy chicken, buy Argo, buy Mike, buy chat. Yes, chicken is always first.
Yes.
I want to learn wallpaper engine. I really want to learn. I really want to wallpaper of Michael's bobbleheads. Oh, that's the other thing I need to do. We need to do the Mike riding a derpy.
Mike riding a derpy?
Yeah.
That's a thing still?
Yeah, I needed to do that. You might be able to put it at the end here.
Instead of Kitty?
No, it'll be in front of Kitty. I'll work on that. I still need to work on that. That's on my list.
Why is it on a list?
I have a list. It says extend derpy. That can be taken a couple ways. And Mike actually says ridding derpy.
Ridding derpy?
Don't rid derpy.
Don't be
illegal
rid
in some
derpy.
states.
Right.